I'm not gonna lie. This is probably a terrible time to be a Colts fan. Like, at one point, you didn't know which direction the Colts was going. But after the first two games of this year in 2022, in my opinion, it feels like the Colts are tanking. It looks like the Colts are tanking because there's no way you're telling me this team with all this talent just can't simply win. Like there's no way. And then you get a guy like Gus Bradley who comes in with this Legion of Boom scheme, and you're looking at it and it's like it's the same issues we had when Matt Eberflus was here, but it's worse. Like people tried to blame Matt Eberflus, and I even said on the video when he went to Chicago, I gave him credit. I was like, he gave us a top 10 defense almost every year of his reign. Of course, they had his holes, but we still had problems that we have now, which is the offense. I'm still trying to fathom, like, how can the offense not even put up 3 points? Somewhere Rodrigo Blankenship is laughing because he's like, you cut me and you still can't score. This is just as there's no excuse. There's no excuse you can't put up points against Jacksonville, who is probably potentially a lottery pick. Like how? How can you not beat the Jacksonville Jaguars? And then you got Colts fans out here thinking there's a curse. No. I think we know what the problem is now. It's time to move on from Coach Frank Wright. It's time to move on. There's been too many seasons of letdowns and mishaps. You got shut out twice by the same team? What's so hard about beating Jacksonville? How can you not do it? Does Jacksonville not have a top pick in the draft almost every year? They were good when they had a nice defense. They never really had a good quarterback until Trevor Lawrence walked in the door. And he's okay, but he's still mid in my eyes. They just lost to the Commanders. How are you going to beat the Commanders? How am I supposed to expect this team to beat anybody if you can't even beat the Houston Texans or the Jacksonville Jaguars? Do you know who we play next week? We play the Kansas City Chiefs. And this team we thought was almost over because Tyreek Hill left, but it looks like the Chiefs and Tyreek Hill are both being successful still. This just doesn't make any sense. How do you not beat this team? Your offense is one-dimensional, and then your coach isn't aggressive enough towards his players. He's just not. You can't tell me he is. I don't even know what's going on before these games. How did you prepare for this game against Jacksonville? Did you give a speech, or did you give a prep talk, or did you give the same boring quote at the end of the game that you always do? We're fed up. No, I'm sorry. I'm tired of hearing we got to be better next week. I'm tired of hearing that. No, because it's not working. You're not really saying that. I guarantee every coach player, when they see Jacksonville on the schedule, oh Lord, here we go. Going back into Jacksonville. You think they trust Frank? I feel like he lost his locker room. Simple. I feel like he lost his locker room. There's no way you tell me they can trust him. There's no way. And why does Gus Bradley have Kenny Moore in this position? He can't guard a wide receiver one-on-one like that. That's not his position. He doesn't play like that. He doesn't. So now you're talking about getting rid of him possibly? That's what it looks like. It looks like they're going to move on from him because they got him playing out of position, especially if they keep Gus Bradley. He can't play in this system like this. He's a nickel corner. You got him going up against wide receivers and getting shredded because he's playing out of position. It's just as simple as that. Like, how do you not use Naheem Hines when you're down 2 wide receivers? Didn't you have him practicing with wide receivers in training camp and offseason? Why is he not being used? Ashton Doolin is the best receiver right now in this group when Michael Pittman Jr. was out, and he's the special teams guy. Where's Paris Campbell? We expected him to go off. What did he do? Nothing. Did he have time to even prepare to actually be a solid wide receiver without him recovering? No. Nope. Tight end group. Mo Ali Cox, non-existent. Kylan Granson, who's probably going to be a favorite target for Matt Ryan. What did he do? Nothing. Offensive line is just abysmal. Defensive line, they're not forcing any pressure. They said the sacks are back in Indianapolis. We're getting pass rush back. I haven't seen them yet. Trevor Lawrence literally went 8 for 8 in the first quarter. 8 for 8. He looked like Tom Brady. There's no way. He didn't run, he wasn't mobile. He just stood in the pocket and threw the football. There's no excuse. And James Robinson ran for 45 yards on our defense. But, after a few stops, we're like, yeah, we got him. No. Nope. Didn't do that. You got too many linebackers on the field, as usual. Not enough corners. So Trevor Lawrence is just sitting in the pocket, just throwing it over the middle of the field, just wide open as they can be. The Colts made the Jaguars look like they used their money right in the offseason. It's just as simple as that. And this is the team that just lost to the Commanders without Chase Young. So how does that make your team look? I only see us winning 3 games at this point. So don't even look at me talking about, oh, why are you not picking us to win? Because we suck. We literally suck. We're not good. You want me to pay tickets to go to these games? Absolutely not. I will not waste my money to go to these games. I won't. I will watch from the couch. I will literally watch from the couch. And that does not hurt me, not one bit. Because this team is not proving to me that they're good. Even if you want to use the argument, oh, we didn't have Michael Pittman Jr., we didn't have Alec Pierce, we didn't have Shaquille Leonard. I don't want to hear that. We still had enough people to compete at least to get 6 or 7. You drive down the field and get in the end zone and didn't score once. You didn't score once. In halftime, what was the speech like? Did you even give a speech? This is for Coach Frank Wright. Did you even give a speech? How are you comfortable in front office looking at this team? How are you comfortable? How have you not made any moves? Like, what are you doing? Why are you just watching us lose on purpose? This looked like we're losing on purpose. Simple. We tied with the Houston Texans. We couldn't even drive down the field and win because our kicker missed the field goal. But even before that, we couldn't get stopped because our offensive line stinks. How did you not find a left tackle yet? Why is Matt Pryor and Braden Smith still on the field? Why haven't you adjusted? You rotate left tackles between him and Bernard. So why haven't you just made that move already? Why haven't you started a new right tackle and left tackle yet? It's 2 weeks in. We're now going into week 3 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now you're gonna make an adjustment, try to make it a statement game. I don't have confidence in next week's game. I don't. All confidence has went out the window. I don't see this team having any chance of beating a decent team because we lost to 2 teams that's probably going to be lottery picks. The AFC South is wide open to win because the Tennessee Titans aren't even playing up to their strengths right now. This is the division to win this year, and you don't do anything with it. You bring in Matt Ryan, what? For what? Why did you bring in Matt Ryan if you're not going to protect him? He's 37 years old. Are you expecting him to run out the pocket every play? No. So why didn't you do anything to protect him? Why would you go out here and waste these picks, go out here and do these things and not do what's important, which is protect? You put all this money in the offensive line for what? You go make moves on the defensive line for what? They're not doing anything. They're not. And the coverages, besides these flags that we're continuously getting because we're not disciplined, but the pass rush on the offensive line and defensive line both looks disappeared. It's not there. The only person I give credit to is Grover Stewart. That's it. That's the only person I give credit to. I can't even blame Jonathan Taylor because he doesn't have blocks. Nobody can block. I can't blame Big Q because he can't block everybody. He can't. He just simply can't. All these players, before the season started, trust Matt Ryan. All the wide receivers, trust Matt Ryan, and he'll get you open. You just got to trust him. Why aren't you trusting him? Why can't you just catch the football? Why is Ashton Doolin, a special team, being the best receiver out there, like the other receivers aren't, have more promise than he does? Why is he the best receiver? How can he be the only one catching the football? No excuse. There's no excuse. And the tight ends, like I said, were supposed to step up this week. They didn't. And Matt Ryan loves his tight ends. He loves targeting them. They couldn't catch the football. Marlon Cox had to block because the offensive line couldn't. You need to make moves if you're all chips in before this season ends. I'm going to give you 3 more games. If we don't even win 1 game out of the next 3, we're tanking. It's just as simple as that because the writing is on the wall at this point. You just look like you're tanking on purpose because there's no way you have this talent in this team and you can't win a game or even put up 3 points against the Jaguars. There's no way. Jacksonville's not that good. They're decent, but they're not that good. They had a good offseason, but they're not great. You can beat them. The Commander did it. Carson Wentz did it. Your former quarterback. This just doesn't make sense to me. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think the Colts are tanking? What's wrong? Who needs to get fired? Simple as that. This is Culture Shark, and I'm out.